But when you set these things in place, like regulations in place, it can be lucrative. I will tell you that real estate is more preferable than even tourism. What it can contribute to the economic development, growth of the Gambia is higher percentage than just the white person or somebody else come for vacation, eat, be in the hotel, pay, and then later fly back.
Yes, he quit his 9 to 5 job and created his own empire. With me here in the studios, I have Mr. Ousman Bojang, our able CEO. But before we get into this interview, make sure you press that subscription button and also like this video, because you don't want to miss this interview. Oh my God, I'm so happy to be here with you today to share this platform with you.
Thank you very much.
So, Mr. Ousman Bojang, okay. Take us through your journey. Like, who is Mr. Ousman Bojang?
Mr. Ousman Bojang is like any other Gambian who has the ambition to create job employment and then also contribute towards nation building. So that's a little thing about me.
Okay, now, but before we get into all those things, can you just tell us how it started? Like, how? How it started from the beginning, how it was.
From the beginning, I was working for someone, for a company, for a period of 3-4 years, and then I now decided that yes, it is my time for me to also contribute towards the socio-economic growth of this country. So I took up the challenge and then give thanks. This is where I am today.
Obviously, like, you know, it's really amazing, like looking at how far you have come and how many people you have inspired and how you have created so many opportunities for young people out there. So, okay, why investment? Why did you quit your job and then now focus on the investment side and owning a business?
Well, basically, like I said, I was in the system. I wanted to advocate for certain changes. Because I was a staff. So we know when you are working for a company for a period of time, then your rank become coming up. And by the way, as a matter of fact, during my first interview, when I was being interviewed from that company, I was asked where did I see myself in the next 5 years. So I told them that I'm going to be a CEO, and here I am in the next 3 years. So that was something that I definitely have the determination to towards here. And then it was a very tough and challenging because I need to learn. I need to make sure that I work hard and learn every single thing about the sector. So I work in all departments. I serve as an estate department manager. I also serve as a management. As a manager, I serve as an administrator. So I did all of these things because during my career, I was just pursuing my goal. That was the goal was to make sure that I have the know-how of how the industry goes, how the flow of the way the industry works and how it operates, and what were the challenges also that we are going through. So in terms of me as a Gambian, I decided that, okay, this is something that I can do and I believe in myself, and then I motivated myself that I could do and be dedicated to this cause.
Okay, like you're talking about your journey from how you started and how you created this business. So can you tell us why Biamo?
Well, Biamo was a combination of both Gambians and diasporans. For me, actually, what I saw before creating Biamo was in the industry there were so many things that were lacking, especially if you are at the downline, like the level, the low income earners, and then during which if you're earning salary, it's not sustainable to a month. So I had the vision of making sure that, you know, at least our people, based on our own experience, because we had the experience to go and then do it at the hard way, and then the returns were not good, like your pay was not enough. So we wanted to make sure, I personally wanted to make sure that if I should come up and then create something, I have to create something that people, when they come, our own people will benefit from it. So that was why I decided to join with partners. And then I decided to create this company.
How was it like? Was it a difficult process? Like you trying to, you know, you don't say, okay, let me just find someone who is here in the country and then collaborate with the person and then start our own business. But you know, you went outside, you know, have this collaboration with the diaspora. How was it like? Well,
it was an excitement because what happened was there is a movement, whether I don't know whether you are aware of it. There's a movement across Africa when our own people who has been descendants are returning back. So them returning back to the country, to the continent, means that they're coming up with skills and areas of expertise in which they can contribute towards the economic and social growth. So I've been dealing with a lot of them, and then I have trusted brothers and sisters that I definitely trust them, and then I started working with them towards creating this Biamo Group that you see today.
But one thing keeps coming in my mind.
Yeah.
Biamo.
Yes.
Out of all the names, where Biamo? Biamo. That name Biamo.
Biamo was selected randomly based on we look at each other that we come from a different part of the world, but we have one goal. So when you look at Biamo, Biamo means strength.
Oh, okay.
Unity. That was what Biamo means.
I've been working here. I've never heard about that.
Yeah,
so basically it means strength.
Yeah, it means strength and unity. We unite together as Africans.
Okay.
Yeah, that was why we created the name Biamo.
Biamo. Oh.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Ousman Bojang, founder of Biamo Group, and you're watching Biamo Connect. Please like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Thank you. Yeah.
That is really a story, like quite a story,
Yeah.
Because we have quite a lot of followers that normally follow us. Most of them don't know. They will say like, okay, it's just Biamo. What is Biamo? But today, I believe everyone here right now watching will know what exactly Biamo means. Strength.
That's true.
And basically, you see like if you come to Biamo here, you will see a lot of youths here. A lot of people who are eager to achieve something really important. So thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
Okay, so. Moving forward, so since you started Biamo Group Limited, so can you take us some of your success stories as an investor here in Biamo, like creating this job?
Yes. My main success, because if you look at during the year of going to 2010, going down to 2011, 15 towards 2020, there was a big immigration happening in Africa, wherein Africa's sons and daughters were losing hope in their own motherland.
Okay.
So they decided to take the journey of the back way. We lost a lot of friends, colleagues, and then relatives. And then it brings an impact, a negative impact of how our own young society, our own young people look at their own country regarding not believing in themselves. So when I see that, we live with it. I have friends that I've lost that took the back way. I decided, I believe that I can make it here. And I believe that we can make it here together. So that was when I decided, okay, I asked myself, why is it that our people are leaving? Is it because of the low income earning that they're doing? So why not, if we create these things, put in place, and then we employ our people, and then we give them the opportunity to become leaders, things can work. So that was why I decided to step in and then work towards it.
Basically, I've been also like part of the people that is like really benefiting from this opportunity that you created, which is like really amazing,
Thank you.
Because if you look at the economy of the country and the country, how it is going, it's very hard to get a job here.
Exactly.
So you being part of the individuals that take the opportunity and then create these opportunities for youths, it's a very commendable action. So how do you feel going out and then seeing people that you like really empowering, like giving job, and then they're flourishing out there? How do you normally feel?
I feel very happy.
How's the feeling?
As a Gambian, to be quite honest, I feel very happy knowing that I'm contributing my part instead of sitting down to criticize. I decided to go in there, create job and better people's lives. So I feel, to be quite honest, I'm the happiest man ever.
You are like an inspiration to a lot of people.
Yes,
I don't know if you go outside. Did you normally hear like people saying, this guy, he did something for me, now I'm benefiting, like, thank you. Or you go outside, meet someone and say, hey, Mr. Bojang, thank you.
Yeah, I encounter that a lot because the youths itself, the mindset that they have, when I sit down with them, I change the mindset automatically. You don't need to wait for government to create job for you. You can create it based on your area of skills and expertise. So I can say I'm an inspiration to many youths. I normally have youth forums to discuss about how they can rely on themselves and believe in themselves towards national growth. So to be quite honest, when I go outside there, I see my people doing the job. I feel very proud and happy to myself.
So aside from the opportunity side towards youth,
yes,
how do you normally feel being the real estate investor and now helping people to acquire lands? We all know how difficult it is to acquire lands in the country. So how do you normally feel like that?
I feel very happy, like I said to you. To be quite honest, we have been going around the country and we've been doing our surveys. We talk to teachers, nurses, we talk to soldiers. These are people that are our own people. They give us security over a period of time, every day. When you sleep good at night, the person who is at the border is the one securing you. The person who is at the ferry, the person who is at the airport. But it's also good that they are also secured. So giving them back this security in return is housing, is part of it. How can they successfully acquire a piece of land or buy a house without the struggle and then with the fear of that if I buy this I'm going to be scammed. Okay. Or it's going to be like I'm really afraid. I want it, but I'm afraid to invest. Okay. So for me personally, aside from knowing that I'm able to do this, I can achieve it. I know that our own people will benefit from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you talk about the diaspora, and
yes.
right now Biamo Group Limited.
Yes.
When you look at Biamo Group Limited, we also consider the diaspora a lot. Like
yes.
we have a lot of customers from the diaspora.
Yes.
So how is the connection like with them when it comes to buying land at Biamo Group Limited?
At first, there's this saying: if you're successful in your home, then you can be successful outside.
Okay.
So regarding the diaspora, there are two types. We have the returnees, and then we have our own brothers who are there. Okay. So Biamo Group caters first to our own brothers, which was the most difficult aspect because they know about the challenges that are happening in the real estate industry. One of them being scammed, the other. So sometimes me personally, I'm in a video conference call, a surprise video conference call whereby our own brothers will sit and say, "Me, I don't trust this. What is happening?" So I'm in the mix of having the dilemma of discussing, trying to explain to them that Biamo Group is a company that is positioned to cater and give service professionally to your needs and want. So it was very challenging, but an example is like the Lamin Mandinarin, where most people that bought it are Gambian diasporas who live abroad. So they bought it, it was challenging, they did not trust, but now we have people living there. So it was very challenging.
We just shared like a video about the Lamin Mandinarin, like the latest developments there.
Exactly.
And then you already have a finished building there. The customer already built everything and now he's moving in there.
Exactly.
Which is really amazing.
So those were things that I have to, as a challenge that we have to face. Talking about the other diasporans that are returnees coming in is very challenging. Because first of all, there is no good regulation in the country that should set, like they need to follow protocols, do due diligence, and then also it's a very tricky, challenging thing that we have to discuss broadly, maybe some other time. But when they come, they need someone to trust, and Biamo Group is a gateway for them to trust. So creating this company and also giving them the opportunity to also invest is something that we definitely do, and it was successful because there has been no challenges that they are facing towards the company. So that's also something that's a great achievement too.
Okay, like regarding about lands, acquiring lands here in the Gambia.
Yes.
So especially you, like as an investor, what type of lands do you normally acquire, and then how do you vet those type of lands? How do you vet those?
Well, I can say there's this guy who is very good.
Okay.
He's working in physical planning department. Shout outs to the brother. He is very, very good. I mean, like if he tell me right now, don't buy this land, I will never buy it.
Okay.
So over the period of time, I've been working hand in glove with him because I know the challenges that many Gambians are facing regarding buying land. So I wouldn't make sure that to open a business and then my own people also struggle for it. So what I do is the first step that Biamo do is due diligence. We make sure we vet until we are sure that this land is a go. And once we get the green light from physical planning, then that's the time that we start doing our investment and then start doing our sales.
Oh, okay. That's really amazing.
Yeah. So the kind of land we like, the type of land that we invest in, it depends on the purpose or the project that we are working towards. Because Biamo Group works solely on projects.
Okay. So before we get into other things, so like we want to know as an investor here in the country, how is things like here being an investor in the Gambia? How is it like? What are the challenges?
Well. It's your own country. I mean, like it's your own country. Everything belongs to you.
So I just want to know, like, if in being an investor here in the country, like, is it a favorable thing to do or something like that?
To be quite honest, it's favorable but really challenging. As a young investor.
Okay, take us through the challenges.
If we should talk about the challenging here, it's going to be. Well, basically, I could give you a scenario different from the real estate aspect.
Okay.
Wherein there was this young boy who was having a wife, a young guy, and then he wanted to get a job. Anywhere he goes, it's difficult. So I managed to buy a car wash machine for him and tell him, okay, this is what you have to support your wife. So we did the registration at KM. We did everything was okay until the guy started doing work. So once he started doing work, earning small income, then there was this old guy that normally passed, and then he said that place is not good for a car wash machine. to be operated. So on that regard, he has to send the boy, he was working while the boy was working. All of a sudden, the police came, they arrest him, arrest all the machine, and then I was being called to answer to the police station. When I went, I told them, we didn't do any offense. We registered, we've paid everything. But at the end of the day, this was what happened. But they refer me to go back to KM. So when I went there, I spoke with them. I told them, we did the registration. You took my money. I paid everything. And now this is what I'm getting at the end. Even I paid up to environment. You have to pay because the soap you're using is hazardous to the environment. So they told me, no, the location should have been. I said, but I'm entering into a venue that I don't know. This is a business sector that you know more of. So you need to explain to me. So I even told them that I even wanted to invest like 15, 16 of them, which I can give to the youth so that they can, to mitigate the unemployment. Raise your coming into the country. Because if you go to the police stations, you see a lot of young youths have been captured. Some of them are intoxicated with using drugs. You go to Mile today a lot. But when you bring them back to the society and give them something that they can work and earn legitimately, then that will be good to the society. They will contribute because everybody loves to get something at the end of the day. So I was feeling very disappointed, when they have to arrest the boy, put him to jail, put him into the cell. So I even requested to see the mayor during that time, but they told me, hadn't been that you were having a massive project, you could have seen the mayor. I said, but no, you are the representative of the mayor. If he is not here, you should represent him. So not because I have a big project, that's why I should see him. I am a Gambian who's trying to invest in my country. So like I said, investing in the Gambia is a bit challenging. The laws also and laws, certain laws need to be also amended. And then there should be policies to set in place that wherein if I am to register, these are the laws that are involved. And then license, when I'm granted a license from government, it can't be revoked except I did something illegal. So I don't know whether you understand what I mean. So as a young Gambian, as a young investor, this is another setback. That's the reason why young Gambians are not investing.
It means like it needs reforming.
It needs reform. There's a lot of reform when it comes to investments. And we can go to the real estate aspect, like investing in the Gambia.
I wanted to come.
Investing in the Gambia. I can say perhaps real estate across the world is one of the most lucrative business in the world, worldwide. But when you set these things in place, like regulations in place, it can be lucrative. I will tell you that real estate is more preferable than even tourism. What it can contribute to the economic development, growth of the Gambia is higher percentage than just the white person or somebody else come for vacation, be in the hotel, pay and then later fly back. But because this is an investment, you're investing on the property, you're employing people consistently. You give the molder a job, you give the block layer a job, you give the contractor a job. So you are socially,
you are supporting.
You are supporting constantly supporting the economic growth of the country. So as a matter of fact, real estate is something that government needs to really center on. Their main focus should be real estate. How can we make sure that we provide people, or we provide certain standards that people, when they come and then they want to invest in real estate, then we can make sure that we guide them to the right policies. There are regulations, but which we can talk about if you want. We can talk more about it, which I do not. I personally, as a Gambian.
2, 3, I don't know.
Okay, yeah. For me, as a Gambian, what I would advocate for my own people, especially the government, is to make sure there is a system in place in which us as investors, when I want to invest in my own country to employ Gambians, the door should be there open for me. Not because of there are 1,000 of me who wants to also invest, and you say no, they are going to be regulated. You have certain people, 1, 2, 3, who are owners of business and say that we are going to represent those. No, if you go to central bank, the central bank is the representative of all subsidiary banks in the country. They all answer to central bank. Central bank is central government. They control the money. They have policies set. If you understand what I mean, on how people should invest in banking, let's say in the banking sector or in the microfinance sector, you must have a license issued to you by a central bank. So real estate, especially in the Gambia, this is the challenge that we are facing. I mean, you want to go and open a real estate, you can go to any municipal council, have a lawyer, and then that's it, you're good to go. So there's a body should be like appointed by government not individuals, but by a government. Just like, let's say, for instance, if we have a department called the Central Real Estate Department or Bureau, wherein if you want to, and it's going to be an independent body appointed by government, wherein if I want to go and register, those are the people that should grant me license, and they have criteria that I need to meet as an investor. So I don't know if you see my point. So for me, I will challenge my own government that, okay, I want my industry to be regulated, but let it come from you as the government, as the head, not individuals that own real estates. Because my interest might not be the same as your interest as real estate investors, because there is competition in place. Your interest might be to get money, my interest can be to create jobs. So you and I sitting in the same place, we cannot digest things.
Because we are all having different
ideas. But when government say, central bank say, let no one use anything, like let's say for instance the ATMs, there should be no maximum like the money that you can withdraw, it cannot go or suppress more than 23,000. That's the requirement. Everybody have to fulfill that. That's the requirement. I don't know whether you understand what I mean. So for me, I have that issue. I have that issue with government, because there are a lot of real estates, that's true, but they're employing people, there are people that are doing good in the society.
But like there are so many wrong things going on
because there are no regulations in place.
That's why I told you guys today you're gonna hear everything here. It's gonna be a very interesting interview here. And then Mr. Bojang is like dissecting every sector, even the government. So it's really interesting. Finally, you dissect every aspect. You talk about from real estate to opportunities you're creating, to so many things. So one advice you have for youths here in the country or people that are into the real estate, what advice would you love to share with them?
Well, for the youths in the country is there are opportunities here, even though that you feel like it's less, but you have to work hard to get it. I mean, in life, there's nothing that comes easy. We used to be asked to go out when I was working, to be going to places. I can come 3-4 times and been sent by seniors. Later on the day, as time was going on, I become their seniors, managing them. You understand? Controlling, planning. And like I said, I told you earlier, I was an administrator. So, and from there also, I decided to go out and create my own job. So I have a belief that as a young man, you don't need to believe that your potential is just all outside, not in. There are a lot of opportunities in the country. I mean, you go to, I went to Banjo and I see Indians carrying water bottle on top of their head, supplying, distributing to shops. And I said to myself, if the Gambia was this poor, why would the Indians still be here doing that? You see the Chinese, the Indians, you see the Lebanese. If you go to Westfield, you see all of them. So which means that the Gambia has potentials that we do not tap as Gambians. I mean, if my car is broke down, I go to the mechanic. I go and buy these parts to the Nigerians. But where are my people? Believing that you can go to Bagwe, or if you don't go to Europe, you cannot succeed. You cannot succeed in the Gambia. That's a myth. I don't accept that, because I know that here is your land. This is where the opportunities should first come. Or even if you go, you can come back and invest. So for young Gambians, for youths out there, my best advice that I can give to you is believe in yourself that you can do it. Even if your own parents don't believe in yourself, believe in yourself. Because everybody has a journey.
So like from youths, people that are into the real estate, like people like me working, what advice would you give me as a marketer? Because you've been a marketer your whole life.
For me, what I would tell you, if you dream to become the CEO or the owner of a business, nobody is stopping you from doing that. I mean, you are not raised to just be at one place. Explore your talent as a young African, because you are talented. So explore your talent, learn every department, and learn to be accepting that, yes, this is where I am and I want to reach at that place. It all has to be a driving force among you. Because nobody can motivate you except you. Because you are unique in your own way. So for me, personally, the advice I will give, not just you, but to my entire team is always learn to get into new opportunities in life. But you have to work hard. There's nothing that is a magic without working hard. So that's my advice. Never think that, you cannot do it. You can always do it. You can always do it, but you have to believe in yourself. There will be challenges coming up, because for us, For me and my partners, we've been encountering a lot of challenges setting up Biamo Group. Death threats. I received personal death threats from my own people as Gambians.
Wow.
That will tell me that they will kill me.
Wow.
Because I'm working with people that are from the diaspora.
Okay.
Yeah, I received that with our Pirang land. I received death threats.
Wow.
And I wasn't taking it light, but I know it's part of business. So as a young Gambian, this space should be created for us to be able to invest. When you go to Senegal, other countries, you've seen that the government empower its own youths to empower them to invest. So it's the same thing that needs to happen here in the Gambia. I mean, like, to tell you the truth, is very challenging, especially if you're a real estate entrepreneur. For banks to grant you loans, it's difficult. So for us, we did it without banks.
Okay.
Yeah, we did it without the help of any bank in the Gambia. Because there's no support. We did it. To be quite honest, we did it. Yeah, we did it without the support of any bank. And today, where banks are asking us to go and bank with them.
Yeah.
Because of our credibility. And banks also are the ones that their staffs are coming to buy lands with us.
Yes.
But when we were starting, they were saying, no. Real estate is not, it's a red zone. It's a red flag. And we said, okay, if this is the case, why, when, how? And then we decided to solve the problem. And today we are banking with more than 3 banks in the Gambia, which means we are contributing also.
Yeah, to their development.
Yeah, to their development, because we develop the banks.
Yeah.
So it's I can say that us as Gambians, especially the youths, need to believe in themselves that they can do it here, they can make it here. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ousman Bojang.
You're welcome.
It was quite an interesting interview,
You're
sharing
welcome.
your story and also sharing some of the real estate topics that we will normally discuss here, especially with your team also, with Smith and and Mr. Smith and Mrs. Smith. So it is really amazing having you here today in the studios also to come and share some of your stories and also your journey. So this is all we have for you today. I hope you all heard from our able CEO and learned something from it. So until we come your way next time, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and then also like this video or comment, ask us questions, and sorry, we will come here and answer them also.
Thank you.
So I was your host today, Masai. Until we see you again.
Thank you. Bye bye.